we have all eagerly been awaiting to find out more of the dirt that Victoria Alonso has against Marvel Studios and why she was fired. Well, the former executive now has provided some details on what exactly happened, and I'm a little confused, but let's get to it. So the details in regards to this come at us from The Hollywood Reporter. They were the ones to get the scoop exclusively first. Now, this video might be a little bit longer than you guys are typically used to. Usually, I like to get everything out as quick as possible, tell you all the info in like 2 to 3 minutes. This might go a little bit over that, so bear with me here while I take my time to kind of talk about everything. So what we found out from the report is that she was fired over being outspoken in regards to some of the decisions that were made by Marvel Studios in regards to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and its international release. Now, what they cite as one of the major factors here is the fact that she wanted to keep specific scenes in that depicted the LGBTQ plus nature of the world today. But Marvel Studios decided to cut those specific scenes from specific localized versions of the film. One specific district that the film was distributed in would be Kuwait, for example, where they decided to cut out all those mentions, blur them out, and also remove things like alcoholic beverages, for example, which again, you got to abide by certain countries' laws if you're going to have that specific product there. Like specific video games in Germany, for example, they cannot have anything to do with the imagery of World War II. Zombies, for example, might be completely censored and not be zombies at all in some locations and countries. So you got to respect the laws, and again, you got to adapt. So her camp is claiming that she was fired because she fought against this, and she was not a fan of the censoring, and this is why she fought against it and was ultimately fired. Now, while I see what they're trying to say and what she's trying to say, because she is a person who is part of the LGBTQ+, she obviously is a woman who is a lesbian, which her camp and the Hollywood Reporter very much want to make clear. Something here doesn't add up. So this is why this video is going to take longer. So let me really get down to the bottom of this. So we're hearing that this is the first major clash she had with Marvel Studios, and that this was kind of like the make it or break it point, right? But I don't get this, because this has literally been a thing with Disney and Marvel Studios since Phase 1. Like, if we go back and look at some great examples that I can think of off the top of my head, Black Panther. In China, they actively covered up all the actors who are of color with their masks and everything because, again, China is very much against that. So that's how they come in there and they try to obviously hide specific things. We've seen this with Star Wars as well. We've seen this with every single studio out there. You know, we saw with the Batman from WB, they managed to cover up or completely hide Catwoman, or in those international posters, put the mask on her so you never saw that she was a person of color. And in these international territories, they have literally made cuts like this all the time. Black Panther Wakanda Forever, they literally cut out the scene of Okoye for international release. This isn't the first time. So something here to me does not add up, because she was involved with multiple censoring things like this over the last 15 years. So what changed, right? Oh, you're submitting 2 versions of the film to this international country and they're going to pick the censored version. Yeah, they literally do this all the time. I've talked about it before, guys. I talk to people who are part of some of these test markets and have become good acquaintances with quite a few people. They'll let me know, hey, we got this. This is some of the things that are missing. This is what they're looking to change. And I go, oh, well, that's interesting. And I'll report on it about some of the changes I've heard. This is nothing new. This is literally how the entire industry moves. You censor for a specific location and you put the movie out. So something here on her side does not add up to me. I'm not saying that she's a liar or her camp is a liar or anything, but there's more to this that we're not hearing. And if this is the reason that she's saying she was fired and canned, I don't fully believe it. I'm sorry, but this does not track with the record of the entire company and literally decision making that she was part of as recently as literally November with Wakanda Forever, which was censored in specific international locations. So, call me skeptical, but I'm waiting for more.